had been speculated earlier. According to a top police source, the 11 Kukis had completed their jail terms about 2 months ago. The superintendent of police had been requesting their transfer to their respective districts for some time. This is the particular development that we are bringing to you with regards to the 11 Kuki prisoners released. Remember, in our previous bulletins, we were consistently bringing to you the developments surrounding the 2. Out of the 3, the 2 others who were abducted have now been released and have safely returned. There's a conversation that we were also having with our colleague Kartikeya Sharma, who's to join us, who's in fact joined us on the broadcast to bring us more details into this. Kartikeya, very good morning to you as we continue the conversation from where we left before. Your insights on this development now.
You see, let me come out with the versions. The first version is that the official version, which says that the 11 Kuki release is not related to the release of the 2 Meiteis. 11 Kukis had completed their jail term about 2 months ago. SP Jail had long been requisitioning their transportation to their respective district with proper escorts given the violence. The escorts were provided yesterday and duly transported to the district Churachandpur and Kangpokpi from Sajwa Jail, Imphal. This, the police officer said, is a normal procedure. Now, this is the official version of the police, and there are, we have also given out the details. If you look at, we have given you the name. We have given the FIR with the section under which they had been prosecuted and name of the court. So all these details have been given out. What we were being told was unofficially by a lot of sources that we have to understand that the lot of people who get bail, first of all, they don't have the money to get the bonds done. And second line, often we also have to factor in where would these people would have got without security escort. They couldn't have gone to the bus station. They couldn't have gone to the. They couldn't have taken a private vehicle, obviously, because they would have come under attack. So, keeping those things in mind, most of them must have preferred to stay back in the jail. At least in jail, they were safe and secure. But we have to understand in this whole crisis, there were a number of demands which these militants had put up. These village volunteers who had, in the Kuki side, who had kidnapped these 3 people, one of them was subsequently released. So the big demands have not been met. So even if I have to say, even if I have to, give a different perspective that what must have happened, I don't think that this is something big that the police says they deny it. Police says that this has nothing to do with it. That I'm sure that something else must have happened because there has to be some sort of a give and take. You know, Shreya, we have to understand that even in the best of times, some give and take must have happened. Right now, that is not clear what sort of give and take has happened. But I'm sure that some sort of a give and take must have happened with the government and these Kuki Force volunteers, because I find it difficult to believe that they would have just let them go. There must have been some pressure, there must have been some persuasion, there must have been some cajoling. Some behind the scenes story will definitely come out. What I'm trying to say is, we have the official story, we are playing it out to the viewers, we stick to it. No social media posts. But there has to be a backstory. How did this negotiation happen? How were they cajoled? What were they told? When these people have been given transportation, is this something which they wanted कि इनको transport कर दिया जाए? So जो back story है, I think that's where the focus would be. This is the front end of the story, official story. We are putting it out for our viewers. Shreya.
Right, Kartikeya. So for speculative purposes, if we were to look at this,
no speculation. No. There is no speculative purpose.
No, this is something I'm taking back from our conversation previously. I'm just. This is a question I want to pose you with regards to something you've said previously as well around this entire story, which is there a possibility that when this particular notification has now come out on the front end of the story, that there's no relation between these 2 releases having taken place? This goes out as an example, or rather, you know, it's a precedent that's been set by the government to make sure that no such exchanges are expected in the future. Would you say that's also a possibility?
I would say that is the tough part. You see, I would say that is the tough part. And the tough part is, how did it happen? I'm being told that even this has been now this has been reported. The chief of the police in Manipur, he was directly involved, in the sense that everyone from the top in the bottom were involved. Now, Rajiv Singh was tasked with going to Kangpokpi to undertake the negotiation with the abductors. So, the top cop was involved in it. So I'm sure that this was supposed to be there. And then earlier, this demand of Mark Hauke had created a lot of news turbulence. But I'm very happy that, this demand went away. The government was able to, stick to its position. But I would say that what's the backstory? When the chief of the police staff goes and goes and negotiates, there has to be a backstory. There has to be a story, Shreya, in which this sort of a negotiation has taken place. I'm saying that there will be a backstory. There will be a story in which what went into the release of these people would be discussed, because ultimately there must have been hectic parlays. The chief minister was involved. What did they say? Oinam Thoy Singh and Tokcham Thoyba Singh, they were handed over to the superintendent of police Kangpokpi around 5 a.m. That's the backstory which we are getting. On the other hand, when we say, the police says that the movement of these 11 people had nothing to do with it, I would say yes. But the fact is that this demand was already reported by the newspapers, that they were demanding the release. They were demanding the transfer of these people. So there are two stories which emerge. I have to go by the official fact that this is what the police says. It's on air. Earlier, our unofficial sources were saying, वो कह रहे थे कि कुछ लोगों को यहाँ वाली जेल में रखिए. So now what has police done? They have taken out a copy. They have told you that these are the people, and they had either secured bail, finished their sentence, they had finished their sentence, and they were supposed to be moved to the other parts. So there is nothing extra legal that has been done. So that is one part of the story. And the other thing which is being reported, and I must put this on record, that when we talk about a swap, when we talk about a swap, we have to understand that police has said that there is no swap, these are unrelated incidents. But then, now kidnapping has taken place. And with this kidnapping, I think the administration have to be really, really very serious, that other people should not get an idea. Because even if I say that these two are unrelated, in another kidnapping, what will happen if they start demanding things? That is something which is a great cause of worry. But this is the official position. This is the official position that has been of the Manipur police, that has been released, and they're saying that these people had done their terms. And let me read this out for the benefit of the viewers, because this is the official version, and the official version is, and again for the benefit of our viewers, the 11 Kuki release, not related to the release of two Meiteis. According to top sources, the 11 Kukis had completed their jail term about 2 months ago. SP jail had long been requisitioning their transportation to their respective districts with proper escorts given the violence. The escorts were provided yesterday and duly transported to the district Churachandpur and Kangpokpi from Sajwa jail Imphal. This, the police officer said, is a normal procedure. Saying that, I would say that ये पूरा का पूरा जो एपिसोड है, ये इकोनॉमिकल तरीके से श्रेया खत्म हुआ है, in an economical way. But there can be times where this will not be economical, where this will be very hard on the administration. I know this is what you wanted to ask me.
Right.
And then there might be consequences.
Right.
You wanted to ask me about, I think the word you wanted to use was different scenarios, in terms
what
of
happens
different scenarios.
if it plays out separately in a different incident? Absolutely.
If it would have played out differently. Yes. I get it, Shreya. That's what you were trying to ask me. Then, if this would have played out differently, it would have been a very difficult position, because, it would have set precedents. Now, even here today, at least I can say that there's a sense of deniability on the part of police.
Right, even because it's the timing of this entire release as well. It's the timing of this entire release.
Yes, absolutely. I get even if someone says no, we don't buy this story of the police, ye theek nahi hai, there is some sort of a link between these two things, but there is an official deniability. There are stories in which there have been no official deniability. Quid pro quo. Now, I'm saying that in case in future something like that's happened, that is going to be a very tough thing. That should be avoided because people will talk about it. कुछ बोलेंगे ठीक है, this is the version. Some people will say no. There must have been some quid pro quo. Fair enough, you can't stop people from thinking about it कि वो ऐसे क्यों छूट गए, पहले छोड़े गए, पहले उनको अगर सारे उन लोगों की जेल टर्म्स खत्म हो गई होती they should have been given the safe transport out. Why have they been given safe transport now? Why couldn't they have been given safe transport 2 months ago? Why was the safe transport organized now when these two people were arrested? These questions will be asked, but that is the job of the police to satisfy those who don't believe in the version. That's not my job. But I'm saying that these questions will be there.
Right.
Official version is there, but these questions will be asked कि अगर ऐसी बात थी तो they could have been left 2 months ago.
Absolutely.
एक बस वाले आप दे देते हो, वो चले जाते. बट अगर मैं ये बोलूं कि दूसरा वर्जन भी जो लोग सोच रहे हैं अगर वो भी ठीक है तो आई वुड से फिर भी सस्ते में बात खत्म हो गई, फिर भी इट हैज बीन वेल हैंडल्ड, फिर भी इट हैज बीन क्विकली पुट टू एन एंड, फिर भी द एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन वाज क्विक. We must
it's a success for the administration and the government. Absolutely.
We must congratulate Manipur police for doing a fantastic job.
Absolutely.
Ask any policeman, the toughest part in all this is the hostage drama. Ask anyone. I have covered home ministry, I have covered defense. That's the toughest part because only thing which is weaponized there is the word. Word is weaponized, so it's not an easy thing. So जो भी back story में involved थे, whichever agencies, whichever police officer, I congratulate them, for doing a fantastic job. And even if I would say that, if there is a second story, if there's a second back story, ये मामला, it didn't prove to be very expensive, which is good. I think that's where the story should end. Other stories will come out and we'll wait and see how it pans out, Shreya.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Karthikeya, for bringing us all those insights into this story. Quite a crucial story that we have been covering since early morning today, and we will keep a track of all the developments coming in from the Northeastern story and all other stories. But after this short commercial break, stay tuned.